Morning. I was on YouTube and one of the readers that I tune in with, she did a really, really inspiring reading for me. Um, she started off with her crystals, all right, um, and she utilized the elements of air, water, and earth to do her readings. It was more so like a collective reading, but what she did was really, really inspiring. She even went outside and got like leaves and like earth elements to really signify the elements of earth, air, and water. All right. She had her lit candle, which is obviously fire, but her specific pick a card reading was on the three elements of air, earth, and water. All right. We are currently in a fire sign, which is a Sagittarius, all right, rules over the energy of the ninth house, and it has a lot to do with spirituality, right? So I figure her flame was almost like the energy of Vesta, right? And Vesta right now is in retrograde. It's in Cancer, which where the moon is right now, okay? And it's giving overall the spark within, right? The like that spiritual power that you have within. It gives the energy of like faith and hope, all right, and what brings you true happiness within your soul, not just in the 3D realm. It's just like within your soul what brings you happiness. All right, so anyway, today is November 30th. I'm starting this reading at the hour of Venus. All right, I'm an Aquarius, sun sign Aquarius, and my Libra placement is in the ninth house, right? The South Node is there at this time, and I have Pallas that's in Libra at this time. Pallas is the asteroid of wisdom and knowledge, and my readings have been really, really significant on spirituality lately, right? So, Venus is in Libra. It's going to be shifting into Scorpio, which is my 10th house energy of career and like divine life purpose. All right. Venus is in its original sign there. So the energy of like love and, partnerships and relationships is really high right now. But I feel overall my relationship with spirit is the most high, right? It's giving me so much wisdom and knowledge, all right, as I continue on with my journey. And today I decided to pull my Crystal Spirits deck to start off because, again, I was inspired by my YouTube's readers read. All right, so today is November 30th. I pulled the angel number 1130. All right, it says the 1130 angel number manifestation meaning suggests that your desires and goals are beginning to manifest. So you should continue to trust in the universe and maintain a positive mindset. This number often indicates that you are on the right path and will begin to see positive changes and progress towards your goals. So my goal is to accomplish my spiritual journey, not just to accomplish, but to continue on with this journey. All right. And I feel that as I've learned tarot, as I've learned how to understand astrology, as I tune into the energies of the divine, I'm now being called to really understand crystals as well. All right. I do have a few crystals here. I have rose quartz, I have amethyst, I have pyrite, I've got green aventurine, I have amazonite. All right. I have blue quartz. What's this? Black tourmaline. So I have a few. All right. But technically, with working with them, I'm not too sure. Right. I want to go to a crystal specialist. Maybe even to like a small little boutique or something that sells crystals, in which I can get, more information and maybe start meditating with them. All right, because I know that working with crystals is great to help manifest as well. All right, so that's going to be my new journey here for December. All right, so December 1st, we have Mercury moving into Capricorn. And Capricorn, for me specifically, is my 12th house energy. It's the house of the unknown. All right, it's the house for me of spirituality as well. Okay. Um, let's see what comes out today of the crystal spirits. All right. So, obsidian. Wow. This is really, really significant to, it's a knowing thyself crystal. All right. It says observing self and self-reflection. So I know I've heard from multiple other readers that working with obsidian, you have to be prepared for that because it's such a powerful stone. All right. And notice on this card here, it's the number 39, which represents the number 12 if you put them together. The energy of the 12th house, right? Pisces energy. Here I have amethyst. All right. So this is what amethyst looks like. I actually do have that. All right. And the fact that it came out with number 4, it's giving me the emperor's energy. It's almost like taking over, you know, and knowing your power, all right, from within. It's giving me familiarity, unconscious habits, old patterns in need of being released, all right. So for me, the number 4, again, it represents the emperor's energy. So Aries energy opposes Libra's energy. I just said that Venus was in Libra, right? Very significant to where the South Node is. And the South Node is where you tune into past karmas, you know, challenges here. Has a lot to do with your natural gifts. And it sits in my 9th house. So when I say I'm thinking of Aries energy, I'm thinking of the energy of where Aries sits in my 3rd house. All right, so opposing energies to where the sun in Sag and the full moon in Gemini just currently happened. Okay. Again, so crystal with amethyst, very significant to work with when needing to release old patterns. All right. And I've been changing significantly a lot, all right, about myself. All right, a lot of habits that I've had, I've knocked. All right. Just trying to be more grounded overall. All right. And really understanding that the energy that I put out there is what I get back, right? Also understanding the energy of the last full moon of Taurus, where Spirit kept saying, you know, it's a time of giving rather than receiving. All right. So being in the energy of what you give out is what you get back. All right. And I spoke a little bit about that as well when I was reading, oh gosh, what was it? It was like the 12 areas of manifestation and how it starts off, right? So, I'll add that in the description so you guys will be able to look it up because it's very significant to the placements of Sagittarius's energy. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing here Pisces energy, Aries energy, and Venus's energy because I am doing this at the hour of Venus, and Venus is in the 7th house. Sorry, in the 9th house for me. All right. But represents the 7th house. Definitely has a lot to do with contracts, relationships, partnerships. All right. Let's see what comes off the astral base. All right. So Sag and the 9th house is here, and Mars. All right. So yeah, I feel that needing to take action right now when it comes to the energy of your spirituality could be very significant. I know that it is for me. All right. Mars is currently in Sagittarius right now, which is amazing that this, you know, came out here, because what Spirit is saying is, yes, continue on your journey, gaining knowledge and wisdom, all right, learning more about spirituality, and it's going to open you up to more freedom and adventure to really tune into things that are foreign to you that you don't know about. Okay. So I'm going to read out 39, which is the obsidian card from this Crystal Spirit book. All right, it's really interesting. I write on all my cards just so I can remember what they mean. Again, this deck probably has like how many cards in here? 58 cards. So imagine 58 crystals, and there's so many more crystals than this, but to understand or remember what they all mean could be very hard to do. But I write on my cards so I remember what they mean when I do pull them. All right. So here I'm going to read this out. It says, when you look into the mirror, who looks back at you? How do you view yourself? Do you look into your own eyes and see something willing to acknowledge the past and learn from it? Do you see someone willing to step into a new identity, one more suited to the life you want for yourself? All of us are ever changing, and a mix of past, present, and future for hopes for the future. The challenge is to trust that the you that you are becoming will be loved, cherished, and supported, even if you are still just exploring your potential, still unfamiliar with the new territory you have entered. As you pondered what you wish to change, love the one that you're with, and that's you. Love yourself in all of your complexity, knowing that whatever strengths you are. Why can't I read today? Love yourself in all of your complexity, knowing that whatever strengths you need are present, and obsidian spirits are here to amplify them through the power of self-awareness. Just as in observing a particular or a wave, the observer can change its form, so too in observing yourself can you begin the process of personal transformation. You are going to love the you that you are becoming. So again, it has a lot to do with stages, right? I started this journey back in summertime of 2022, where I started to learn more about spirituality. By October of 2022, I started my channel, and here I am in November of 2023, and I've learned so much wisdom and knowledge about spirituality. I'm not afraid to do readings. All right, even though I'm still learning, it's still a journey for me, right? So, and I'm staying open to learning new things every time. All right, I have over probably 30 to 35 decks. I work a lot with angel numbers. I always see synchronistic signs, all right, and symbols even. I've learned how to work with my seed and sickle deck, which is a deck that represents the seasons. I've understood moon cycles, and I've understood where and how the nodes work. Okay, the planets and what they mean, and how and what the near future may look like, right? No one can predict the future, but it's all about understanding and knowing what's going to be coming up, or what type of energy you should be prepared for. All right, so that's obsidian. Let me go to amethyst. Amethyst actually represents the energy of Aquarius as well. I believe amethyst is the February side of Aquarius season. All right, so from February 1st through, I believe, when is it? Does it switch over? Is it the 19th or the 18th? Something like that. That's the area where amethyst covers. All right, obsidian, I'm not too sure. Let's take a look. It's so interesting because when I started this channel, I felt I needed to learn so much. I had to learn about the placements of the planets, even reading tarot, where the planets sit, which season or what decan was going to be significant to what and what dates, right? So it's so much to go with this. It's a lot. All right, so let's see. The second decan of Aquarius season is from January 31st through February 8th. My birthday is actually on January 31st, so I am a second decan represented by Mercury in Aquarius, and that card specifically represents needing to detach. All right. It's giving me overall being very mentally, moving forward mentally. All right, because it is Mercury's energy. All right, so detaching from the energy of emotions. Let's see. So amethyst is what I'm looking for. When I started off this journey, I had to learn about the asteroids. I had to learn about all of the symbols of the planets and the asteroids and the actual zodiac signs, right? So my sun placement, if I'm thinking about Venus and Libra sitting in my 9th house, it's due to my placement of the sun. If I was going from the sun in my 1st house, right, Libra would be in my 9th house. And it's giving me the sun is all about yourself, right? So knowing thyself is the energy. All right, obsidian. Let's see. I don't think obsidian is on the actual birthstone colors. So Capricorn is garnet, Aquarius is amethyst. We have Pisces, that's aquamarine. We have Aries, which is a diamond. I love Aries because obviously it's a diamond. And that's where North Node energy is right now. If you're not shining like a diamond right now, get with the program, right? It says Taurus is emerald. All right, Gemini is a pearl. Cancer is ruby. We got Leo, that is peridot. And then Virgo is sapphire. Oh my gosh, sapphire is so beautiful, right? Virgo represents the Virgin Mary, right? So beautiful color. Libra is opal. Scorpio is citrine. And Sagittarius is blue topaz. All right. So yes, February side for Aquarius is going to be amethyst. All right. And that stone speaks about stability and peace. All right. So definitely patterns in the need of being released. All right. And that's the unconscious habits that you've had. All right. Meaning the energy of, it's almost giving me like the energy of the moon, right? Like Cancer energy. Wanting stability and peace, that's giving me the energy of the Ten of Cups, right? Which is Pisces energy. It's Mars in Pisces when I think of the Ten of Cups energy. All right, so stability and peace. Now, the garnet color for January side of this is definitely Capricorn / Aquarius up until we hit February 1st. All right, so when I look overall at the decans, that's how I see it. Right, so the second decan of Aquarius season starts on January 31st through February 8th, meaning that's the energy of amethyst, where the beginning of Aquarius season falls from, I believe it's January 19th through the 30th. All right, which is represented by the garnet color. All right, which is all about purity and truth, and that represents the first decan. It's, I believe, Venus in Aquarius. All right, which is all about love, right? Purity, truth. It's the energy of like the Justice card, right? Being balanced and knowing the truth about things. All right. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to get a little bit more into amethyst there before I read it out. Let's read it. It says, autopilot takes over when we require a rest from mental overload. See what I'm saying? The Six of Swords represents the second decan, and where my birth chart, my birthday lies in those three placements. All right, so autopilot takes over when we require a rest from mental overload. While this reaction can serve us well, amethyst spirit brings a reminder to stop surrendering to the familiar. Be mindfully present to the now and examine your habits. Are they working for you the way that you want them to? Are you overdue for a new routine, perhaps a small, simple shift that can make a huge difference? What could you say more often to those you love, or do more often to nurture yourself when your go-to is to sacrifice for others? What habits could you begin to develop today to build your security and increase your prosperity? Can you see how the old habits these replace should have been discarded long ago? Amethyst spirit message to you is to be conscious of your habits so that you don't fall asleep to your potential for transformation and healing. You deserve so much more than you have right now, so awaken to your ability to co-create a new one replaced habit at a time. All right, so again, it had a lot to do with me transforming in so many different ways, right? Overall, I think that my challenge would be dealing a lot more with my attitude, because I have a stellium of 6 planets in Capricorn. I'm very authoritative when I say something, right? I can come off to be very controlling, all right? But I do have that humanitarian side to me where I'm open to, being loving for others, doing for others, always being supportive of others, all right? But sometimes it is taken for granted, right? So I have to hold some sort of boundaries there, because if not, then again, it would be almost like a Pisces energy where I allow others to just kind of step over my emotional feelings, which is not okay. And, you wouldn't want others, or you wouldn't want to do what you don't, how does it go? You don't want done upon to you what you wouldn't do for others, right? Or wouldn't do to others. So, that's just kind of what I'm getting from that overall energy, okay? So amethyst, very significant. I'm actually going to leave this crystal here while I meditate on the energy. All right. So here, let's put it this way so we can see the darker part of it. So amethyst, this was certain crystal, the way that I got it was a little chipped at the end, but I liked it a lot for some reason. All right. It gave me that overall vibe of having a rough side and a very smooth side, which I feel represents me, right? I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So when I meditate with this, I tend to rub on both sides at the same time, right? So let's move forward from this energy here. So obsidian, knowing thyself, all right, self-reflection, and then being or understanding your unconscious habits, all right, and what needs to be released, pretty much, all right. So stay there, don't fall. Leave these two on this side. So yeah, I want to start working with more crystals. All right, I want to understand them. I want to meditate with them. I always had a dream of wanting to make candles, right? And there's another reader that I follow on YouTube, and she just started her candle business, and I was so jelly, let me tell you, because there was so many great ideas that she had that I'm just like, that is so dope, right? Like, she put crystals inside of her candles. She has fresh flowers and like citrus fruits, and oh my god, I was just so in love. Like, I wish I had a ton of money, right, so I can just start a candle business. It's so amazing. But I feel like there's steps to it, right? There's steps to everything. So obviously learning about tarot, really tuning into the energy of your spirituality, learning how to manifest with crystals. It's a step to everything, where one day I want to make my own tarot deck, right? Like, I want to make candles. I want to do a lot of different things. That my journey and how I learned how to cope with healing, I want to be able to help someone else as well, right? So that's what we're going for right here. All right, let's go to, what am I picking here? I love that Mars came out with Sagittarius energy here, current transit. I'm loving it a lot. All right, Soul's Journey is what I'm going to start off here with. Yesterday, I was receiving lots of purple energy from my deck, which represents the energy of the crown chakra, right? Crown chakra could be whether in the color purple or in the white. It just means that you are completely illuminated and understanding your spiritual journey, right? So yeah, let's see what comes out. Whoa. Okay. First thing first, relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. All right. So Venus's energy very significant when it comes to relationships. And again, Libra is in the 9th house for me. So I like that a lot. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. There's the purple. All right. Look at the purple on this one. I love those little mandala colors. They're very good with meditating with those energies here. All right. Right now, it's just such an inspiring time when I watch other readers, because again, I am still learning so much, and it gives me great ideas, right, on how to move forward with my own readings. All right. Because every day I kind of just go off the limb and say, okay, this is what I'm feeling pulled to, or called to pull, and of course the message comes through, but it has to be your way, right, and how you understand it, and what can be easier for others to understand as well. Because I tend to understand astrology. When I say like first house, third house, fifth house, nobody understands that. But I try to explain as I'm moving forward in my readings. That way, if someone else is interested in just pulling like their original chart, okay, you know, you have Mercury in Capricorn, which I have a Mercury in Capricorn, right? It just requires for me to be very concentrated, right? Like concentrated on what I'm learning here, on my divine life purpose, on what I'm trying to accomplish, that type of thing, right? Venus in Capricorn, just meaning, you know, it's giving an overall, you have to have a specific, like, intense, you know, energy when you're trying to push forward with some sort of accomplishment, all right? It almost feels like an intense passion, right? That's what it is. So let's continue on here. Relationships and love. Definitely overall Libra energy falling through right here. All right. And then envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. It's okay to envy others. It's okay to envy others. And again, I call it inspiration, like, and being inspired by others. But absolutely, I envy others. When I seen that girl start that freaking candle business, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so jelly, right? Like, I wanted to do that, but it's okay because everybody is in their own journey, and it's about you needing to take steps. Maybe she started years before than I did, right? And that doesn't mean that I can't do it. I can do it because I can do whatever I set my mind to, right? Discipline. Oh my God. Oh my God. It says I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I didn't even look at the card. I just felt it. All right. Spirit's like, talk your shit, Jess. All right. So, yeah, relationships, love, envy, and discipline. All right. So I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And I felt like I was attracted to listening to that girl's reading this morning when she started off with her crystals. And I was like, that's so inspiring, right? I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. It's almost like you practice the energy of meditation on a day-to-day basis. You practice the energy of love on a day-to-day basis. And it's okay when it says, I am the same as everybody, but I'm with different challenges. Understand that your challenges are just as challenging for someone else's that's dealing with a different challenge, right? So just, it's all about discipline. It's all about structure and authority and discipline. And it's all about like that Saturnian energy of needing to take action. And I feel that's why I'm ruled by Saturn and Uranus. And I was another reader I was listening to yesterday, and he was saying like Aquariuses are so powerful. Why? Because they're ruled by two major transformational planets. Saturn is one of like discipline. It's like the boss man. It's like, you know, even the boss lady, no matter, you know, your gender. It's almost like you have this power behind you to really push forward. And you have Uranus, which is the quirky side of you, but it's very like life-changing almost, right? Aquarius is, I'm a sun sign Aquarius, but I embody so much Capricorn energy. Again, 6 planets in a stellium in Capricorn ruled by Saturn, and having a sun that's ruled by Uranus and Saturn is insane, right? Like, I'm so driven, ambitious, and when I want to accomplish something, it's done. All right, I can complain. I'm not perfect, right? I can bitch all I want to. It doesn't make a difference. It's almost like I want to inspire others to just be just as great as I feel that I am, right? It's because I know myself. I know who I am. I know what my purpose is here, and I know my purpose is when I put my mind to anything that I want to accomplish, right? Okay, so what do I want to pull here? I want to do Astro, just because I love my Astro. All right, I've got to get some new cards. I have to get new cards because I feel that I'm outgrowing. Not that I'm outgrowing. I don't want to say that. Not that I'm outgrowing. I feel that there's so much more to learn. And I feel that I need freshness. I need newness, right? So the new moon in Sag, I'm going to make it very clear to go get some new decks. All right, I'm going to try my best. Let's see if God blesses me with the money that I need to be able to do so. All right, let's put that into manifestation. All right, I want some new decks. Something that's going to help me gain more knowledge and wisdom about my spiritual journey here. All right, so relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Let's see. Where am I at? 28 minutes. Oh, solar eclipse. Look at that. All right, so where did that solar eclipse happen? It happened in Taurus, all right, on October 28th. It spoke about creation, intention, and potential. Who rules over Taurus? Venus. All right, who rules over Libra? Venus. All right, so it's calling for creativity, for you to set your intention on something so that what you've set your intention on can come and you can see potential in whatever it is that you're doing. All right. That solar eclipse, again, it lasts for 6 months. So from the solar eclipse in Taurus, I think it's going to be, is it in Aries? Did I just speak about that yesterday? No. Oh, yes, it is. It's going to be in Aries on the 8th. I did speak about that in yesterday's reading, being very significant that solar eclipse is coming up. All right, so when the eclipses happen, there was a solar eclipse in Scorpio. It opposed the energy of Taurus. Now, The energy of Taurus will be transferring over into Aries. And then maybe the year after that is going to be opposing to, or 6 months after that, it will be opposing to Libra's energy. So I'm telling you, the way the eclipses work, they bring in massive change as well. Right? What's on the bottom of the deck? Earth element. All right. So pragmatic, grounded, and enduring. This card also came out yesterday. All right. Representing the 6th house for, I think it was Gemini's energy. Interesting. All right. Something's being created here within a relationship, or a relationship is being created. And the solar eclipse that happened was in Taurus recently. All right. But if I'm thinking about Venus's energy, it's going to be very significant from now up until April, where this next solar eclipse is going to be happening in Aries. All right. Mars's energy. And what came out on the Astro Dice was Mars in the 9th house. All right. Sagittarius. All right, let's get more on this solar eclipse here. Oh. Spirit said I said what I said. You see me shuffle? All right. Look at this right here. It's giving me the solar eclipse, right? Is where the sun and the moon and the earth meet. All right. Look at that. The sun, the moon, and the earth. Okay. So basically, it's like being in alignment, all right, with those that serve your highest good. And earth being very significant. Look at earth on this picture here. All right. So, if I said that Sagittarius's energy for me was Libra, right? Libra's energy represents a relationship, a partnership. Being in my 9th house, which came out on the Astro Dice, then the energy of the full moon, all right, or the moon. Okay, you have Earth in the middle, you have the moon, and you have the sun, right? No, Earth is on one side, the moon is in the middle, and then sun's on the other side. That's how it is. Here's the sun, here's the moon, here's Earth, right? What's being reflected is going to be 6 months from now. All right. This is an alignment to line up on the other end. The eclipse. All right. So the way that I'm reading this specifically is it came out with relationships representing Libra's energy. All right. It sits in the 9th house. All right. Where Mars is right now. By the way, Mars and Libra are very significant to those eclipses that were happening back in April and March of 2023, which was in Aries and in Scorpio, both ruled by Mars, and Libra and Taurus, both ruled by Venus. Very interesting to this reading. All right. So, what I'm getting here is by within the next 6 months, you will be very grounded, pragmatic. You're going to endure so much when it comes to this particular relationship that you're in right now. All right. It's because of the intention that was set here on that solar eclipse that we just had in Taurus. All right, Venus's energy. All right, let's pull for the energy of love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. All right. I love when Spirit comes out with things and they're like, I said what I said. Like, why even shuffle again, right? Just saying. All right. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things with love. Okay. 8th house. It's transformation. All right. It speaks about the ending of one thing and the beginning to another one. Metamorphosis. All right. 8th house is ruled by Pluto. Okay. The planet of transformation. All right. It speaks about an ending to a new beginning. And I feel that this has a lot to do with whatever this relationship is, the spiritual journey that you're on at this time. What's on the bottom of the deck? Aquarius. All right. So Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, all fixed energy is kind of what I'm getting. So whatever this is, it's almost like, and Aquarius's energy is all about innovative, being a humanitarian, right? Being very rational. I can't make it up. Guys, I cannot make it up. What's the earth element in the fixed signs? Taurus. What did I just say? I was pulled here solar eclipse in Taurus that we just had, right? Spirit said put that right there because it has a lot to do with this. All right. Metamorphosis, Aquarius, and Scorpio's energy, 8th house, right? And then, wow, there's the last fixed sign. There's Leo. All right, the energy of the sun. What does this speak about? Being courageous, being royal, regal, and loyal to your transformation is what it's saying here. All right. I love this so much. Love it so much. And overall, you have to think about the placements that we just went through as well. We started off the fixed moon cycle with that full moon eclipse in Taurus. Then it went to the last quarter moon in Leo. Then we had the new moon in Scorpio with the first quarter moon in Aquarius. All right. So trusting in the divine was very significant. And I feel the divine is the energy of the 9th house, the spirituality. Right. All right. So let's move on to the envy card. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. All right. What is that all about? Interesting. What is that? Oh, okay. So March 25th is the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. And then the new moon solar eclipse is in Aries on the 8th of April. Okay. So it doesn't matter. All right. We're going from a solar eclipse energy of fixed energy here to then cardinal energy. And I said, well, what was that? Like, how do we move from fixed energy and skip over mutable energy? Because it goes cardinal, fixed, and mutable, right? When it comes to the zodiac signs. And Spirit said, continue on. Just look at it. Just take a look at it, is what Spirit said. All right. So full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, March 25th. April 5th is going, or sorry, April 8th is going to be the solar eclipse in Aries. All right. And I said, well, why is that? Think about where the nodes are right now. They're in Aries and Libra. Okay. So very significant to the moon cycle. All right. What's this envy all about? It's given me that Mars, Libra, the Mars Venus energy again when it comes to the eclipses that are going to be coming up, in 2024. Well, the first set of eclipses in 2024. All right, it was giving me Mars and Venus energy. It's almost like the masculine and the feminine and needing to be balanced. All right, yeah, that's pretty much what it's saying there. All right, Jupiter. Optimism, growth, and opportunity. So Jupiter is both the ruler to the 9th house as well as the 12th house, which what I was getting in the very beginning here. All right. Jupiter's energy. Let's just look at it. Where are you? Right here. All right. So Jupiter speaks about luck, optimism, hope, success, expansion, development, and speaks about wisdom, faith, compassion, trust, having favor in the world views. It speaks about having confidence and generosity, sincerity. Benefactors, philosophers, advisors, investors are significant to Jupiter's energy. Laws, religion, mythology, theories, and higher education, and also involves banking, churches, and inflations. All right, so you can't be envious of other people. Just know that you have to have hope, all right, and what's meant to come in for you. Always be open to new or learning new things, all right, higher knowledge, and be open to new opportunities that allows you for growth, all right. Just stay optimistic about the whole situation here and understand that, again, everybody has a different challenge. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be on yours, all right. So South Node, very significant to what I just said. I'm in Aquarius, all right. Libra sits in my 9th house, ruled by Jupiter, all right, the house of Sagittarius. And what else sits there? The South Node. It has a lot to do with past life karma, challenges, and your natural gifts. All right? Very significant. I like it. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. All right? So, adventure, free, and philosophical. All right? You want to be adventurous and you want to be free. And there's the energy of a square. All right. So there could be tension. All right. I'm not sure what Spirit is saying about this here. When I see Sagittarius' energy, I think that is a mutable sign, right? I just said, how can you jump from a fixed moon energy in a solar eclipse to then going into cardinal energy directly? And Spirit is saying maybe this is the transition right here. Like, it's almost like you're jumping into a whole new world and you're skipping one almost. Like, you've learned already this mutable energy, which is insane because that's what we're in right now. We just had this mutable energy start off with, what was it? The full moon in Gemini, which is the opposing energy to Sagittarius. All right, Gemini is all about being curious about things. It's again about gaining knowledge, as well. It speaks about being focused. All right, ruled by Mercury, has a lot to do with like intellectual pursuits and stuff like that. But in Sagittarius, this energy is all about higher knowledge. It has a lot to do with the energy of spirituality, and it requires lots of discipline. All right, for you to really tune into habits that need to be let go. All right, and that's what we started off here. Where is it? With the Amethyst card. All right, old habits needing to be released. And this has a lot to do with relationships too. You can't move forward in a spiritual journey and be connected to those who no longer serve your higher purpose, right? It requires you to really stay focused and disciplined, and I feel that that's what this energy calls for. All right, it calls for the fixed energy is very driven, ambitious. It's basically determination, right? It has a lot to do with not being so much stubborn, but being open to change, because fixed signs don't like change, right? And I've said in the beginning that Uranus ruled over Aquarius's energy, and Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn. So both discipline and change needs to take place here, especially for Aquarians. All right, Pluto, the planet of transformation, is going to be moving into Aquarius on January 20th. So very significant. All right, let's go into discipline here. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. That was another card that came out yesterday. Whoa. All right, so waxing crescent moon and the waning crescent moon. Ooh, very significant to where the placements were, or placements coming up. All right, look how it's like a reflection. All right, one speaks about surrendering, restoration, and trusting, and that's the waning. The waning crescent moon energy is asking for surrender, for restoration, and to be open to trust. All right, and having hope and faith, obviously. And the waning crescent moon is saying focus, conceptualization, and strategy. So where did I just seen hold on a second, guys. Where was it? That's interesting. It's almost like having a specific concept and putting it into actualization. That's what conceptualization means. All right. You can't continue to change your focus. You have to continue on and stay driven on one specific path. And I feel like that's where your growth and expansion is. That's Sagittarius' energy, or Jupiter's energy, should I say. All right. So the waning crescent moon and the waxing crescent moon. The waning crescent moon happens right, is it right before we hit a new moon cycle? Yes. All right, so the new moon in Sag, that means that this waning crescent moon energy is going to happen in Scorpio, when the moon is in Scorpio. And what dates are those? Let's see. Moon in Scorpio in December. Let's check it out. All right, so it has a lot to do with the energies of the 8th. All right, the 8th of December, which is where the moon in Libra then taps into the moon in Scorpio. And it's going to go through the weekend of the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. All right before we hit that new moon in Sag. And the new moon in Sag happens on the 12th. right? So from the 8th through the 11th, very significant to this energy right now. All right, and that's just within 1, 2, not this weekend, but the following weekend. All right, is what I'm getting from this overall read right here. Very significant to the last, what's requiring discipline is where I'm focusing here. All right, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So that weekend coming up from the 8th through the 11th, very significant to this new moon in Sagittarius. Okay. And then the waxing crescent moon happens. Where is it? It's right after the new moon cycle. All right. That's where you set your intention. Where was it? I seen it earlier. Intention. There we go. Solar eclipse. Creation, intention. All right. So obviously, if that new moon is in Sag, then this waxing crescent moon energy will happen in the energy of Capricorn into Aquarius. All right. So maybe that's why this is saying these fixed signs are very significant to the energy of this new moon in Sag. Okay. Sag obviously is surrounded by two major fixed signs, which is going to be Scorpio and Aquarius's energy. All right, Scorpio being ruled by the planet of Pluto. Again, I said something about major transformation. And Aquarius being ruled by both Saturn and Uranus has a lot to do with massive changes, number one, with Uranus's energy, and Saturn, which requires lots of discipline. Okay, if that's where I'm getting at here. All right, what was on the bottom of the deck? Pallas. Pallas will then be in Scorpio. All right, which is going to allow you here to gain the wisdom, the skill, and allow some sort of self-defense. It's giving me the energy of needing to protect yourself as well. But Pallas is the asteroid of knowledge and wisdom, right? Wisdom and knowledge, same thing. And it will be moving into Scorpio on the 4th, all right? Which is when the moon is in Virgo at that time. It's an earth element. Very significant to yesterday's energy. I kept saying something about Virgo. And that last quarter moon in Virgo. That's going to be coming up on the 6th. All right. This is very deep. I like when I read astro and I read it with the overall energy, and it definitely tunes into the energy here. So when I think of amethyst and it says familiarity, unconscious habits, old patterns in need of being released here, with the energy of the number 4 that came out with Aries energy, it was giving me take action, right? Here's Mars, the ruler of Aries, as well as the ruler of Scorpio. All right. Then I seen observing thyself. All right. And self-reflection. This is almost self-reflection. It's giving me that Gemini energy. And I kept saying throughout the full moon in Gemini, I was getting the energy of monkey see, monkey do. Right? So what you put out there is what you get back. How do you want to be seen out in the world? All right, which is first house energy. It is Aries energy. It's the house of self. All right. So it's very important that your transformation looks like how you want to be seen. Okay. Obviously you want to come out in a very grounded way, which I was getting with that solar eclipse in Taurus that just happened here. Again, it takes 6 months to come into culmination, but here I have the energy of Earth, which is Taurus's energy. It's an earth sign, and it speaks a lot about being grounded. Look at that there. It says grounded. What does Taurus's energy say? Grounded. All right. There we go. That's better. All right. So grounded, very significant. That's how you should come off. And it was giving me, look at the energy of the earth here. All right. The sun, the moon, and the earth in alignment. Okay. Now, again, with this heavy on the fixed energy here. Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. Here's all the zodiacs. But I was getting 8th house energy as well. Transformation is Scorpio's energy. So fixed energy, very significant. All right, when it comes to this overall Sagittarius energy. And it was giving me the energy of the ninth house, right? Jupiter rules over the ninth house, which is Sagittarius' house. And for Aquarius, that has a lot to do with where your South Node sits, and that's your natural gift, all right? As Mercury on December 1st will be moving into Capricorn, it's going to require for you to be very concentrated, all right, when it comes to what it is that you're studying, all right? It's going to join Pluto there. Pluto is in Capricorn still, all right? So Pluto, planet of transformation, with Mercury, all right, being the planet that rules over you gaining knowledge, all right, and being focused on, studying something, all right, it's going to require much concentration, all right? So the moon cycles of Scorpio, very significant to the waning energy before we hit the new moon in Sagittarius, and Capricorn and Aquarius' energy being very specific when it comes to the waxing crescent moon, where your focus and conceptualization is going to be where you need to take action, all right? Mercury will be in Capricorn at that time with the waxing crescent moon cycle, as well as what was going to be moving into retrograde. Mercury will be moving into retrograde as well on the 13th, okay? So there's going to be a review of what you've learned and how you are accomplishing your goals, okay? So again, it came out with discipline there, and obviously Saturn is the ruler of discipline, and Saturn is in Pisces right now, right? It has a lot to do with your spirituality. So it says I can accomplish what I set my mind to. All right, so, and this is all about you really tuning and knowing thyself. Being open to change is very significant for this reading. The fact that all the fixed signs came out, and fixed signs do not like change, you need to be open to it. Okay. Woo! Okay. If I look at the astro dice and I pull them for who I am reading for, every time I see a zodiac sign in its own house, all right, and being seen by a planet that rules that specific ascendant sign, it's giving me Aries energy, all right? So Aries and Aquarius, for me, when I think of the major arcanas, is giving me right away the Fool card. It's about you needing to take a leap of faith on something, all right? This is the energy of the overall reading. Not saying that I'm reading for you, Aries, but it could be, all right? So I'm just going to put this reading down being very significant for an Aries and an Aquarius. And it has a lot to do with freedom, adventure, growth, opportunity. It's giving me foreign travel, all right, being involved with foreign people. It's being spirituality, all right, some sort of natural gift energy, past life energy. This could be, an energy from your past life coming back in, all right. Definitely some sort of old patterns, all right, that could be involved in whatever this is being released. Very significant, all right. February could be very significant. Again, I was seeing amethyst energy, okay. And again, it was the number 4 on the amethyst card that gave me Aries energy overall, all right. So Sag in the 9th house is Aries ascendant, and I have the Mars energy here, which is the ruler of Aries, all right. And we said something about April 8th being a solar eclipse in Aries. Very significant to the read and what we pulled, all right, from the solar eclipse that we just had in Taurus up until we have that next solar eclipse in Aries. Significant. Okay. Do I want to pull more? Let's just see. What does your unshakable inner peace want to say? Because it seems like you know the path that you're on. All right. I know what path I'm on. All right. This definitely spoke a lot to me. I have an Aries moon. All right. Which is very significant to the reading as well. All right. And again, Saturn's energy very heavy in my chart. So I can definitely see why I'm so driven and ambitious on when it comes to what I'm working on here. All right. So if I can inspire someone else just as the other reader inspired me today, then so be it, right? Let's see. It kind of gave me like the Wheel of Fortune energy today with all the fixed signs, but it was giving heavy on the World card energy as well, which is all about a completion to a specific cycle and getting ready to move into a new one, which was the metamorphosis energy I was getting from the 8th house of death and rebirth. All right. Wow. I said the World card, and look what number came out. 21. Represents all fixed signs on there, but the actual card is ruled by Saturn. All right. It says, great awakening. Walk in your truth and stand firm in your light. How can you trust yourself more? Look at that picture. That's so cool. All right. Yep. There goes Saturn right in the middle there. Or is that Jupiter? You tell me. Who do you think that is? That planet in the middle. Look at the moon cycles there. Very significant. I'm telling you, if you've ever wanted to learn about manifestation, there's 3 things you should learn. All right. Moon cycles, number 1. All right. It's okay to know a little bit more about the nodes as well, because they also tune into the energy of the moon cycles. All right. That's why I always include the nodes into my readings. Knowing what the planets mean. All right. And the placements of them. And overall, needing to know your own chart first before you even try to read for someone else. Right. You have to understand your own. So I'm going to read out number 21. Great Awakening. 21. Alright, it says, at this point in your spiritual journey, you are beginning to feel pulled between your old life and the new life that is emerging. You have started to wake up to new possibilities, ideas, and even dreams. The real you has arrived and is emerging into all that you came to be. Let yourself grow by committing to standing your truth. This means to honor your own path and stand proud in your own light. Everything you have been through is part of your growth and great awakening. You've been preparing for this. The path to wholeness, well-being, and enlightenment can feel lonely if you are growing faster than those around you. And that is so true. I'm going to tell the story after this. All right, this is a reminder that you are never alone and great love surrounds you at all times. Keep pursuing your passion and living from your heart. The earth needs your light. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and knowing your true self will set you free. Wow. Like, really? Knowledge is so important. A lot of people think, oh, go to school, go to school, go to school. Are you going to school? How are you making money? Did you go to school? This is my school right now. Spirit is teaching me how to move forward. Like, you don't tell me how to do something when I know what my path is meant to look like, because I'm being guided by Spirit, right? Anyway, let's continue on. It says, state your desires, dreams, and intentions aloud to the universe. Then write it all down in a journal and give yourself time to reflect. Know thyself, self-reflection, right? It says, afterward, be still and see what messages come to you. Trust it. I'm just hearing a loud ringing in my right ear. Woo! Okay. State your desires, dreams, and intentions aloud to the universe. Then write it all down in a journal and give yourself time to reflect. Afterward, be still and see what messages come to you. Trust the inspiration that comes and realize this is all part of your awakening. Walk in your truth, stand proud in your sovereignty. Stand proud in your sovereignty. Thank you. What is up with me lately? Okay. Stand proud in your sovereignty. Keep on this path and trust the light within. It says, by saying yes to your life and your dreams, you push the entire planet into greater harmony. And the best part is that you don't have to do anything but continue to be yourself and honor yourself. All right. So additional meanings here. It says, observe the woman on this card. You too can root yourself in the inner knowing and connect to the earth's healing love. Stay grounded, baby. That's what that was saying. All right. Walk barefoot on the grass or the sand and ground yourself to the energy of Mother Earth. Thank you, Spirit. I am not walking barefoot. I'm sorry. But I will go take a spiritual bath. I do so every morning. All right. This divine connection can free you from the confinements of the system and give you innate permission to be who you are meant to be, someone who lives in their love and light. You are a beacon of beauty, so shine on. All right. Okay, I want to go back to this. What was I getting here? It said the path to wholeness, well-being, and enlightenment can feel lonely if you are growing faster than those around you. Do you know how many times I hear, um, you're so bipolar. You, um, you're so like, you have two different sides to yourself, basically. And it's because, again, you feel as though you're still stuck in that old part of you where others don't understand who you are today. So you have to play this old you where that's not who you are anymore. You are transformed to something different. You want to manifest new in new ways. And in order to do that, you have to have trust. You have to hope that the best outcome is going to come out. And you don't control the universe. All right. Every time you try to be in control, and trust me, I've got slapped in the face so many times when I tried to be in control. What's not meant for you is not for you. And you need to be open to change. Just saying. All right. Be open to change. Whew. You can be on your own path. You can understand spirituality, and those that are around you that don't understand it, you cannot force your belief on someone else. It's not allowed. All right. People have to be open for you, number one, tuning into their energy. But you are an empath. So if you feel the energy of negativity around you, it's almost like you don't even have to say anything. You can just feel it. And you're like, I don't want to do it. I don't want you in my energy right now. Just leave it alone, right? That's how it is. That's how it feels. All right. So 21, it's giving me the World card. All right. All fixed signs are here. All of them are here. Saturn energy is definitely here when I look at the energy of discipline. And understand that I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. That's what discipline is all about. It's ruled by Saturn. All right. Saturn's energy. Let's see here. I started off the reading with the angel number 1130, right? And it said, your desires and your goals are beginning to manifest. It's very significant. All right. When you think of the magician card, right? The magician holds all tools to be able to manifest whatever it desires. The Empress holds all tools in order to manifest whatever it desires. All right. Who's the Empress? What was the very first energy that came out? Taurus's energy with Libra, because I said I've seen relationships. This is you being attracted to those people who serve your higher good, right? That was giving me Empress energy right away. All right. It's saying that you embody all queens in one. You're very passionate. You're very intelligent. You hold in the embodiment of love and comfort. All right. And it's also giving me the energy of you being very grounded. What did I say I seen on both of these energies was grounded. All right. Magician card is the manifestation card, right? Whatever you set your mind to, you can accomplish. All right. You can manifest. All right, you have to stand firm in the energy of your light. Know yourself and release old patterns that no longer serve you. That's the message today. I love you guys.